Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast where we're not muted. My name is, let's just do this first. This is episode 133. It threw me the fuck off. Like, oh my God. This is episode 133 for the week of June 28th, 2020. My name is Josh, a.k.a. JK Fire, and this week I'm joined by the man in the...
You don't even know what to call this, do you?
I don't.
I don't either.
Obviously it's a button up, but it's got like planets on it, some squiggly lines, some geometrical shapes.
So I don't know if you remember this shirt.
I do.
It was like, what, 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah.
That our friends put on a barbecue and it's always themed. And it was 90s themed. So I wore this shirt. I haven't worn it since. I'm like, looking through my closet. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what to wear today. I'm like, let's throw this thing on.
Some 90s ass Nickelodeon looking Rocco's Modern Lifestyle t-shirt.
There you go.
Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you on this Sunday afternoon?
Well, I'm doing fine. So Josh, I took a poll yesterday.
Okay.
100% of the people were not happy when the tent collapsed. I'm starting it off with some puns today. I heard that, and I need to tell Josh.
That's what you were fucking waiting for. Oh my God. When you said that, I literally sat back and was like, what the fuck? Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
I mean, I'm not actually thankful that you shared that, but you shared it regardless. So here we are.
Here we are.
Do you want to know what's coming up on this
Sure.
episode?
What do we got, man?
We have tournament announcements, including the next GTHalo event. We got a little bit of the inside scoop, so we're going to share it with you fine folks as well. We have tournament recaps and everything in between. And then we have some actual roster mania happening in the scene. Will, real, legitimate roster mania. There's shakeups, there's splits, there's movement, there's things happening. It's like tectonic plates and fucking earthquakes and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then we have the return of the Reflection Corner with no wind chimes. Then we have an enemy makes its return in Halo Infinite. A look into the future is teased. And we have other video game talk to round out this show. But without further ado, Will, it's time for some competitive news. So first and foremost, this is the we're gonna say this is the big one. We know about the next GTHalo event. Not can you speak in the French terms for me?
Oh no,
Will. What was the second one?
I don't know. I'm gonna mess
What's
this up
two?
again. Justin posted in
I
Discord
know.
saying it's horrible.
I saw it, but that's okay. What was 2?
De?
What was 3?
Trois? Oh no, second was ride.
Yeah. Okay. So what would 4 be?
Cat.
Okay. Well, that's not what this is. So I just wanted to get you to say it again. That's all.
Thanks.
You know, hey, you rotted that pun. I bring the torment, and that's all that matters. The next GTHalo event. This is by Voodoo of GTHalo. So on Sunday, July 12th, which is really coming up soon here, within the next couple of weeks, believe it or not. Also, what's up, Shot? Welcome to the live show. Everybody else is tuning into the live show. Welcome as well. Says he loves your shirt.
Thanks, man. It's been, like I said, I was telling you
a long
earlier,
time.
I haven't worn this
been
thing
a while.
in 4 years, so I actually enjoy it.
I like it too. It's funky.
It's a little funky.
You know? It's like what my Animal Crossing villagers call me. It's funky.
Is that the nickname they gave you?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten one yet. So.
Well, they tried giving me a different one, and I'm like, fuck you.
What was the first one?
No, I forgot. It was bad.
Oh, okay.
And then one of them came up to me like, I was really thinking about it, and I think I should. What do you think about funky? And I'm like, you know what? I don't want you to ask me again, so whatever. Go ahead. And then everybody starts calling you. I'm like, shit, whatever.
All right.
Okay, so the next GTHalo event. This is by Voodoo of GTHalo. On Sunday, July 12th, only a couple weeks away, they're going to have 12 of the top upcoming GTHalo players will do battle against 12 of the top upcoming competitive Halo Columbia players in a tournament focusing on showcasing the upcoming talent we have here in Toronto along with what Columbia has to offer. The announcement video along with more details will be coming very soon. And by very soon, I mean like probably today.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. We'll tweet it out and all that fun stuff, and we'll talk about further details probably next week when they have more details as well. But Voodoo shared that info with us. I think that's awesome. He was talking about how it's a great opportunity to showcase talent in a region that doesn't get a lot of exposure via the Columbia Halo players. And as he was saying, we've seen a lot of great names come out of it, like No Pro Angel. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I think this is an awesome idea, and yeah, it's only a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So stay tuned for more information on that. We'll be talking about it next week more than likely, and then that video, like we were just talking about, should be up today is what we think. So stay tuned. The next news story we have, EU Halo League announcement. This is by Nade Straight. So Nade Straight put out a tweet via the EU Halo League account, and the tweet states, "This isn't the announcement I was planning to release this week, but sadly I've made the decision to postpone this page and all future tournaments until further notice. This comes after a medical issue that will interfere in the future. Hopefully we can resume for Infinite." So please watch the short video that is included within that tweet. Nade Straight, we wish you the best, and we hope whatever's going on that there is going to be a speedy recovery and that you're able to come back and provide more tournaments, because the people, including us, love what you do, and we'd hate to see you stop. So good luck to you. Next news story. Hydra GG announced their next tournament as well. This is by Oha Cutie over on Twitter. So, ladies, as we know, there's been a lot going on, and it would be great to do something and try to take our minds off things. Infinite is around the corner, and I'm sure we're all hungry to compete. With that being said, I will be helping out Hydra GG with another all-female tournament. So, stay tuned for more information on that. I think that's a great idea with all the shit that's going on, and we are actually going to be talking about in the reflection corner later on in this episode. There's a thread that I pulled that I think talks greatly about everything that's been going on within the gaming space, I guess you could say, in terms of the sexual harassment accusations and everything like that. So we're going to get a little bit deeper later on. The next news story that we have, Midnight Halo tournament announcements. There's 2 of them now. So they have the Midnight Sniper Reno on Sunday, July 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Format, it's a 2v2. You can have 1 sub per team. And the synopsis of this tournament is, Midnight Halo makes its debut with the return of the Sniper. This time, it's a 2v2. Grab your duo and claim the title of being the best sniping duo. Registration deadline is July 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There is a prize pool of $300. First will take home $150, second with $100, and third with $50. Game types are MH Midnight Sniperino, found in the file share of Twitch Naptimes with a Z. Ground pounds and Spartan charges are disabled.
Good choice.
Thank God. And then maps are tentative, but they might include Coliseum, Molten, Eden, Refuge, Plaza, The Rig, Truth, and Echelon. And then their other tournament is a 1v1 before sunrise. Date is August 1st at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. It is a 1v1. Only subscribers are able to enter. This tournament is the first installment of a trilogy of 1v1 tourneys. 1v1 before sunset and 1v1 before midnight will follow this tourney. Sign up if you think you have what it takes to be the last one standing. Registration deadline is July 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. There's another $300 prize pool. First takes home $120, second with $80, third with $60, and fourth with $40. So if you get 4th place, you might get a little something there too. Game type is MH1v1 Sunrise, found in the file share of Twitch Naptimes with a Z. HCS influenced settings.
Okay.
Awesome. Maps could include Plaza, bruh, Collie, bruh, Truth, bruh, and a few more in the editing process. In other words, these maps were more than likely taken from the 1v1 me bruh tournament that took place.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. If you competed in that, these maps will probably feel familiar. Who knows? There could be other changes that take place as well. Also, I didn't say this, but Dave, welcome to the live show as well. Hope you're having a great day. And Jordan, you as well. Okay, Will. You ready for this shit?
I mean, sure. I read the thread. I know what's going on.
Right. But come on, Ogre 2. What the fuck, man? Put the family to the side for a minute and realize what could happen here. Okay, I'm just kidding. But Adam puts out a little tease. This is by Adam AP. So his thread was, no secret plans behind this message, but just curious after Nistic KPC said something. How much money would have to be on the line for a Halo CE tournament to have Ogre 2 and Ogre 1 come out of retirement to play in it? And how much lead time would you need? I would love to have a mega throwback tournament on the original console to see who really is the best. Give it 3 to 5 months of people practicing. Honestly, though, hypothetically, if I was able to get a few 100,000 together for a mega Halo spectacle, would you play in it with your brother if you had enough lead time? So Ogre 2 replied with, lead time equals work and family time. Not happening.
I just want to, I don't know how much money Ogre 2 makes right now, but he's talking about
$100,000.
A few $100,000 for an OG Halo tournament. What?
And he says it like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, if I was just to fucking, scrounge up a few $100,000 for an OG Halo 1 on original Xbox tournament, you fuckers come back and play this?
Would you? What?
Just you two. I'm just asking you two. Nobody else. Just you two. What the fuck?
No, Legend and Patch or any of that. Just
no.
We need the Ogre twins.
That's the thing too. Is that Ogre 2 replied with? He's like, "What are you talking about? I don't think my duo would be Legend." And so I thought that was pretty funny. But no, he said lead time equals work and family time. Not happening. Hey, Ogre 2, I get it. All right, families, right? I mean, come on, though.
Give us a show.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, give us something to talk about. Hello, come on. It's a few $100,000. Shit. I would love to see something like this.
That'd be fun.
And the fact that Adam put the feelers out there for this, it makes me excited because let's say that this event doesn't happen, this could open the door for different events.
Yeah, when he's talking about putting on a Halo spectacle, it could have been anything, a huge tournament ranging through all games or whatever, just bringing back everybody.
Right.
And this makes me just think that his mindset is really in honoring the Halo community and not just putting on random tournaments and all this stuff. It sounds like he's got a good idea of what the Halo community wants.
Absolutely.
So,
what's up, Jordan? Welcome as well. I said that before, but you actually said something in chat, so I wanted to give that.
I think he was hey-ohing too when you said welcome before.
Oh, okay.
So, we're good.
All right, then.
You're doubling up.
I am.
Doubling down.
Okay, so that's it for the competitive news. Upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs and wants and desires. Maddie Rose. So, Will.
Yeah.
I'm just going to fucking say this because I don't even care. Okay? I just don't even fucking care.
Okay.
Because it's that good. I saw his new logo.
You did?
Yes. I'll show you after the show.
Ooh.
Okay.
You send it just to you? Or do you send it to the HCS Pro Talk?
Just me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, he ain't fucking ready, You ain't fucking ready. The world ain't fucking ready for this. All right? No, but seriously, it's awesome. I honestly love the fuck out of it, and I can't wait for him to fully announce it because that just means hopefully merch is on the way.
Yeah.
And then we can buy some motherfucking Noob Combo merch. But no, shout out to Maddie. Go to noobcombo.com. Check out all the information that he has on there. He's actually been doing some great articles in terms of predictions for the MCC Pro Series tournament. He's been reaching out to people in the community, getting their thoughts as well, posting them on the website. So please check it out. You can see, like we talk about here every week, the upcoming tournaments. You can check those out. He has recaps as well. And yeah, he's going to have a rebrand soon. So stay tuned for that. But what we're here for, the upcoming tournaments of the week, we have the NAHL, the North American Halo League Season 1 matches. They continue into Week 3. The Division 1 matches include on Friday, July 3rd. Can you believe the 4th of July is next week? This week. This week.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's on this coming Saturday is the 4th.
Yes. You know what else is crazy to me? We still don't know when that fucking Xbox event's going to be. July starts this week. And we still don't know when the July Xbox event with Halo Infinite is going to be.
It's got to be the end, towards the end.
So somebody, I'll have to find the tweet. I'm sorry, I'll get to the upcoming tournaments in a second. But I'll find the tweet where somebody from, I think it was WindowsCentral.com, put out a tweet that said, don't expect it until the end of the month. Yeah. And so it makes sense, but fuck. Okay. Division 1, Week 3 matches of the NAHL. On Friday, July 3rd, you have the Banish going up against Foehammer, and then the Maw going up against Flawless Cowboy. On the 4th of July, In Amber Clad will go up against Charlie Foxtrot, and the Flood will go up against Hang 'em High. Division 2, Week 3 matches on Friday, July 3rd. In Amber Clad will go up against Charlie Foxtrot, and the Flood will go up against Hang 'em High. And then on the 4th, the Banish against Foehammer, and the Maw going up against Flawless Cowboy. Save a horse, ride a cowboy!
Okay.
Is that some Big and Rich for you?
It was Big and Rich.
Oh, yeah. Big and Rich. That's a fucking old song. Okay. On Sunday, June 28th. That's today, as a matter of fact. There's a lot of tournaments that are going to go on. As of right now, what is taking place right now? The Europa Halo 5 Free-For-All Frenzy is happening. Wonder Boy, I believe, would be casting it. Probably along with Shurzy 1, if I'm not mistaken. Check it out. Like I said, it's going on right now. Twitch.tv/Europa Halo. Watch it. Enjoy it. Love it. Check out who the best free-for-all player in Europe is. It ain't me, because I ain't there. And I also suck at free-for-all. So there's that. Other events that are happening today. We have the King Cherry Pie Halo 3 4v4 Draft Tournament. This is in honor of King Cherry Pie. We have the Esports Arena Halo 2 Classic 4v4 and Halo 5 2v2s. The Tourney Times Halo 5 Mythic 4v4. And the Halo Wars 2v2 22 team tournament. A lot of twos. Lots of twos. So check out all the links that are going to be in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. That's that. Well, that's it for I got. That's all I got for the upcoming tournaments of the week.
Great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been throwing off since the beginning of the show. Will, what do we got next? Roster Mania!
Got some Roster Mania this week. You talked about it at the beginning of the show. So I'm going to flip it from what you put in the notes here. But
okay.
So the MCC Pro Series tournament, we have the official rosters.
Yes.
So Turning Point includes Eco, Stellar, Renegade, and Penguin.
Yep.
Status Quo is Flamesword, Stormy, Jimbo, and Squall-Eye.
Yep.
In Control, RP Common, Rudiment, Silence, and Rhino. Another Shell, Triton, Its Name, Winter, and Rob the Turtle. Pride includes Rain, Ryan Noob, Bound, and King Nick.
I like Ryan.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, what was that?
Oh.
What did Spartan say?
Spartan's mom?
Yeah, what did Spartan's mom say? What was Ryan Noob's name?
Rynob? Yeah, Rynob.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know the story, I think
hilarious.
Spartan put it out on Twitter, right?
I'm going to try to find it.
Where his mom came in and was like, what team is Rynob on? And he was like, do you mean Ryan Noob? Yeah, that's basically it. We'll keep moving on. Lux Gaming included Straight Sick, Suspector, Lifestyle, and Kratos.
It was Raynob.
Raynob, yeah. Raynob,
yeah.
Raynob. So look out for Raynob. Inconceivable, Ace, Boobadoo, Spartan, and Falcated, however you want to say it. And Sentinel, Snakebite, Lethal, Royal 2, and APG. So if you didn't notice some team changes that took place on Pride, Bound replaced Saiyan. So Saiyan's out of Pride.
Team. Let's say Bride.
Bound
is officially a pro player, ladies and gentlemen. He made it.
He's in there. So Turning Point, Snipe Down took over for Penguin.
He's back. But not yet.
Saiyan's team. So Saiyan now has his own team after getting kicked off of whatever, Pride.
Was he kicked off?
Maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he just won't move. We don't know the details. We just know that now he's with Pistola, Trippy, and Penguin.
I really, really like that roster a lot.
Yeah.
These are like...
This could be... I know they already announced some rosters for Infinite, but like this could have been dangerous. You have Pistola, the vet.
This is Envy without Snipe Down.
Yeah. But you have all these younger players that have kind of proven themselves through Halo 5. What we generally see is when the younger players come in like the current game, the next game, they usually step up their freaking play style and they're top tier.
Yep.
Like we've seen it happen. So
I think I found... I don't want to play favorites, all right, but I think I may have found my favorite roster.
Right there,
that
Saiyans team.
Yeah. Also, I love how Snipe Down's coming back. I mean, come on. He had to be coming back, but I thought it was going to be when Infinite releases.
Sure.
Or really close to Infinite releasing, right? Then they make their roster announcement. He comes back. He moves away from Apex. And he fully comes back into Halo because of a new title. That's what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think this announcement was going to come as it did. But it's Snipe Down being on that roster because now that's Splice, but with Snipe Down.
Yeah.
And we already know how good Snipe Down is, right? We already know how good those other players are. So having that really top tier veteran talent on that squad I think that's only going to help them. And that's nothing against Penguin. I think Penguin's a great player. And that's why I said this new Saiyan team, we don't know what org they're going to be behind all that, but that might be my favorite roster going into Infinite that we know of right now, right? We're going to have more announcements later on down the line. Orgs are going to come back. We'll have those announcements to talk about. But right now, that Saiyan squad is amazing. I love the talent on that roster. Such nice, humble guys too. Like that's something that I really look at is that, and I'm not just saying this because we had Saiyan on the show. Like we know how amazing of a person Pistola is, right? We see how Trippy carries himself online, which is great. Saiyan was a pleasure to have, right? And then Penguin seems amazing as well. It's just, these guys seem like really good guys. And that's not a detriment to any other player. Like, I'm not saying everybody's bad or anything like that or mean, because they're not. But no, I love these guys. I think they're going to do great. I think that chemistry is going to be there from day one. And because we know Saiyan and Trippy have played together multiple times together, we know that the both of them with Pistola have played together for a while as well. So, yeah, I think Penguin will be a good fit. He just wants to win as well. I think that'll be good. And then Snipe Down coming back is really big. Like I said, I thought it would be later, but the fact that it's now, they're going to be able to start practicing right away. I know Infinite's not out yet, so they can't play on the new game, but they'll be able to get that chemistry going, and hopefully everything gels there, because we're in agreement that we think advanced movement's going to be in Infinite in some capacity, at least sprint.
Yeah.
Okay. So taking that into consideration with what that Splice roster was able to do in Halo 5 that we talked about all the time, that if that is able to transition well into Infinite and you have Snipe Down coming in with that veteran talent, that squad's going to be scary. And Sentinels, right, they're They're what they are because of their consistency, because of how well they continue to play together, and for how long they've played together. I don't think they're going anywhere. It's just keep those eyes out. Keep those eyes out for these teams. They could be doing something scary.
All right.
And then Shot also says it's good to see Snipe Down's return. I agree.
All right. Let's keep rolling. We'll move into the tournament and league recaps then that happened over the previous week.
Indeed.
We'll start off with the NAHL Season 1 matches.
Oh, you know what?
What?
I didn't know we're still in the intro.
Oh, damn it. There we go.
It's a long intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Again, NAHL Season 1 matches, Division 1, Week 2. So Friday, June 26th, Charlie Foxtrot versus the Flood. Charlie Foxtrot took it 3-0 by forfeit. So not really 3-0, but that's what they give the scoreline. Fohammer versus In Amber Clad. Fohammer defeats Amberclad 3-2. So close games. Saturday, June 27th, The Banish versus the Maw. The Maw wins 3-2. Then Flawless Cowboy versus Hang 'em High. Flawless Cowboy takes it 3-0. Out of Division 2, on Friday the 26th, Flawless Cowboy went up against Hang 'em High. It was a 3-0 to Hang 'em High. Seeming pretty dominant there. Saturday, June 27th, Charlie Foxtrot went up against the Flood. The Flood won by forfeit.
I mean, would you want to go up against the Flood?
I mean, it's pretty scary.
They're a parasitic. I wouldn't want to fuck with them.
Next up, Fohammer versus In Amber Clad. 3-0 going to Fohammer. Next up, Tourney Times Halo 5 1v1 me, bruh. Seriously. 7th through 8th, we had Lightology and Infest. 5th through 6th, we had Gunplexion and Onbor. 4th was Scariotic, taking home $40 on the 4th place there. 3rd went to El Maista, which took home $60. 2nd went to Suppressal, $80. And then 1st place went to Bound, $120 to him.
Oh, who would have fucking thought that?
All right, then we had the Full Send H5 3v3 Breakout SWAT tourney. Woo!
Full Send.
So, looks like Dobbsy Doobie and myself have decided to postpone the Full Send tournament due to lack of participation. We really want there to be more teams involved, so we'll be coming back with it with better marketing. I apologize for the inconvenience, and we'll be sending back the entry fees. So, unfortunately, that did not happen.
Yes,
but look for it in the future. If you want to play in some SWAT Breakout, sign up.
We played some Breakout.
We did.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Some of it was absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
That Breakout 2.0 with those shotguns is absolute trash.
Not a fan.
And
then, of course, we had the MCC Pro Series Pro Tournament number 3, which took place yesterday.
Yes.
We were watching.
Here
we go. 5th through 8th, $250. Turning Point, Status Quo, In Control, and Another Shell. 3rd through 4th was Lux and Pride, taking home $500. 2nd went to Inconceivable, taking home $1,000. And then Sentinels took home the 1st place win. $2,000 to them. Went 9-0 throughout the whole tournament. So,
and I also I forgot to include this, but they are back-to-back-to-back champs. They've won all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what it feels like to just not lose.
I know. So I know we have our topic next.
Yeah.
But do you think having Sentinels be so dominant is like detrimental to some of these other teams? Like, I know they're all competitors, but at some point, are you like, they're just going to take it?
I think it's going to be detrimental to them.
To them?
Yep. Because you hear professional athletes talking about it consistently, right? You hear Michael Jordan talking about it in the documentary about him. You hear it with like Tom Brady. You hear it with the greats, right? Where when you're so dominant, you think that nobody can touch you. And then you may become a little complacent. And all it takes is that now that's the detrimental part for you, right? You can become complacent and another team might have an opportunity to walk all over you. Well, but once that team walks all over you, you're humbled by it, and then you come back 10 times stronger. So it can be a detriment to you, yet it can also be a huge strength because you can learn from that and just...
Well, right. That's exactly what happened with Splice, though. Like, people were so used to playing a single style of Halo that when Splice came in, they shook up, which was then, what, Tox?
That was Tox at the time, yep.
So, we already kind of saw that. So we, like, unless Infinite is something that, like, they just can't wrap their minds around, if there's mechanics that, you know, there's reports of a grappling hook. Like, what the hell? The only thing I can think of is if it is a grappling hook, there's either it's a pickup on the map, or are we getting, like...
Armor abilities
again. Are we getting something... something to that effect?
I know I like playing Halo 4 multiplayer, but we don't need that in competitive.
But it makes you wonder, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If it's a totally different style of game, it could shake them up completely.
I think that, you know what? Okay. Because I don't want this to come off as being an asshole. I think for some lower tier players, I think it's a detriment that Sentinels are that good, right? That are that on top. But in terms of the MCC Pro Series, right? Let's say these 8 teams, okay? Like I said, we're going to see orgs coming back. We're going to see official roster announcements for what their teams going into Infinite are going to be. And you're right. They want to compete. They want to be the best. And for a lot of these players, as we've heard in post-game interviews and other interviews in other places, that Sentinels are just another team to them. They're not necessarily the mountaintop that they need to climb over. They're just another team that they need to beat. They take every tournament every day at a time. They take every game a game at a time.
Yeah.
So if they're going up against Sentinels in pool play, then they're going up against Sentinels in pool play. They'll take it a game at a time. If they win that pool, hopefully they get a better place in the bracket.
See, but then that makes me think that those other teams are so complacent in their game style that they're not trying to adapt and evolve.
Which teams?
The ones that say that, you know, they're just another team. Like, no, Sentinels are not just another team. It's like facing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They're dominant. They win all the time. What are you going to do to stop it? I mean, I get you got to play your game, but you also got to figure out what the hell to do to stop what they're doing, because they're just running over everybody. Like, that's what I feel. Where's the fire? Where's the no? Screw Sentinels. We're changing. We're doing what we need to do to win. Like, you know, where is that? Where's that fire? Like, I feel like everyone...
Watch Kratos' stream. That's where the fire is.
Yeah. But I feel like everybody is too, like, from an entertainment... Like, I get it. Being humble on the like, being a good person is part of it, and you want to be a great person. But there's no, like... The closest thing we have to a rivalry is Spartan and Ryan Noob. And you see them flare up every once in a while.
Or Kratos against everybody.
Well, yeah. True. But... It is entertaining, and it seems like we need that back where, like, the competitors know that it's just trash talking on the field and off the field. They can be cool, they can hang out, but, like, when they're in that competitive mode, it's got to be a separate thing. We've seen
a little bit of it with Frosty, right?
Yeah,
he would never talk shit, but he'd debag.
Oh yeah,
and he'd shoot bodies.
Yep,
that was his way of doing it.
Sure.
Then with Splice, they're all very quiet. Very quiet.
They would melee some bodies every once in a while.
And they'd shoot bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd know. They'd make you know who they are.
Yeah.
And we'd see it get into people's heads. And then when they won Worlds that year, that's what they were doing. They were silent. And they're like, we're going to let our gameplay speak for itself, and we're going to fucking shut everybody up right now.
Right.
It's exactly what they did. So people have different ways of being in people's faces.
And I another side of it too. Hang on, what did Shot say here? Having a team as good as Sentinels on top consistently should inspire the competitive community to overtake them. Yeah, exactly. But, like, when people just say they're just another team, it should be like, for me, that's like, so you're just playing it as like any other style, like you're just gonna play, like, I don't know. It seems weird to me that they're not more fired up about trying to take them down.
Sure. Maybe they don't want to egg them on, per se. Maybe they don't want to tell them what they're thinking, because it's like, no, we're going to play our game, which is what they all say.
Yeah.
We're going to play our game, and hopefully that's enough.
Do you think they need to be egged on, though? Like, get Royal 2 pushing out just a little too far to get that last kill. You know, get APG.
I don't know if he can do that.
I don't know if he can.
I just don't know.
Get APG pushing farther to get that.
APG, just take one step more.
But you know what I mean? Like,
up collie ramp to sniper. Just fucking go one step further.
Like, Sentinels, like, they're the goats of Halo right now. They're just the powerhouse. They're when, like, LeBron, D. Wade, and everybody got on the Heat just to run the championships for a while. You know, it's Kevin Durant and Curry on Golden State Warriors. Like, that's what it is it's the GOATs all playing together.
But with much more, like, compassion and friendship.
Yeah, sure.
Because Durant did not like that team.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
That's what it is. It's just like it's a powerhouse team that's just clearing house constantly.
And that's what we saw. Because going back on what we're talking about, where like Splice made that run right against them, we saw all the time during Pro League, like all the time during the few seasons of Pro League, where rosters would change all the time because the casters and whatnot were talking about, oh well, they're trying to beat them. They're trying to do everything in their power to create a roster good enough to beat them. And then you'd have other people coming in and be like, well, stop trying to think that you can fix everything by making a roster change.
Yeah.
Because that's not necessarily what you need to do. When you have a roster that's formed for a week or two,
the practice time isn't there.
Right. The consistency, none of it's there. So, and then if you make another change, you have to start the process all over again. Nothing's going to necessarily click right away. Splice felt like they had a little bit of that, but they stayed together throughout the whole season, and they were dominant. They were like you said, they were doing something that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
And with a new game coming out, I don't necessarily think that Sentinels are going to remain on the tippy top. I think not necessarily getting humbled a little bit, but I think that they're going to be knocked down a peg or two because it's a brand new game. So Halo 5 had been out for so long, right? The only team that we really saw them give them a run for their money was that Splice roster, that won. And then we saw that Envy roster that won a Pro League event, if I'm not mistaken. And it was against that roster. I mean, it was Frosty instead of APG, obviously. APG came in there in the grassroots events. So really, two rosters really pushed them. Okay? One surmounted them, one pushed them further. Halo 5 had been out for a long time at that point in time.
Yeah.
I think that we're getting a brand new game. Nobody knows. I mean, people do know. We're not them. But I'm just going to say, for the sake of this, nobody knows how it's going to play. Right? We don't know if there's a grappling hook. There very well could be a grappling hook. We don't know what type of movement is going to be in the game. Frankly, we don't even know the weapons that are going to be in the game. Okay? We don't know. I mean, we imagine that an assault rifle and a battle rifle are going to be there. Probably a pistol too. We just don't know. We haven't seen anything, and hopefully we get that shit soon. But
End of July.
Yeah. My point being is, with a brand new game that's coming out, these rosters that are being formed, that are practicing consistently, that are going into the new game. Yes, you have the consistent nature of that now Sentinels roster, and they've known each other and played together for a long time. But with a brand new game can come a lot of different shakeups.
Yeah.
And I don't see them being on the tippy top. I'm not going to say any more, but especially at the beginning.
Well, yeah, that's when any new game transfers over, though, is everyone has to figure out the game right away as people are learning their strats, learning what they need to do. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
When Halo 5 first came out, One of the reasons Frosty was picked up is because Frosty was that brand new talent that was doing something in the game that nobody had ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about it, taking Splice out of the equation, we're just talking strictly when Halo 5 just released, Pro League was just beginning, the first Halo World Championship was announced. You had that CLG roster where Ogre 2, I believe, was the fourth man on that roster before Frosty came in. Frosty was found, he's a kid who was doing something that nobody had ever seen before, finding jumps, finding locations to hide, doing things with that game that nobody had ever seen. You know why? Because everybody else, it felt like everybody else was playing that like a classic Halo game.
Like Halo 3.
Exactly. Everyone was just playing it like that. Nobody was using the abilities to the best of their potential. A new kid on the block had to come and prove to them that, no, I may not have competed back in those days, but trust me when I say that this is going to be the future. This is what we need to be doing. He came onto that roster, they dominate. Splice, these kids come out of basically nowhere. Renegade already has the Renegade nickname.
Yeah.
And they come in and they're like, Frosty, we see what you're doing. Okay? But no, this is the future. This is the way this game's going to be played. And they ran through. I think the point I'm getting at, I think when Sentinels come into Infinite, they don't have that new talent. Now, not necessarily saying that there couldn't be a roster change down the line.
Sure.
Let's
sure.
Yeah. Not anything's possible, right? They're getting a little bit older in the terms of competitive space. And so they don't necessarily have that brand new, fresh off the block, this is my first competitive game player on that roster. The same could be said for other rosters that are being formed, even that Saiyan and Trippy roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they are younger. And Bound coming out of this too. We've seen what he's been able to do in community tournaments. Pros are a whole different league. But he's young. We have these younger players that are coming up. We've talked about all the time. I love my veteran players. I really do. When we have all this young talent coming in, players that we've never heard of before, we have never heard of before, and still don't know anything about. They're going to make a name for themselves. They're going to be playing online. They might match up against pros one time, or somebody's going to call their name out, and they're going to be called up. Be like, hey, we want to give you a shot. Those people are the ones that are going to be making the changes in the game, in the way the game's played competitively. Those are the types of people that are going to be bringing Sentinels down a peg. Again, I think it'll happen at the beginning because it's brand new. Like you said, anything can happen. It's brand new. People have to learn. But it's those new players down the line that'll either bring them down another one or they'll keep them down. And then you'll either have to see Sentinels make a roster change, or who knows, maybe they'll just be fucking dominating. I just don't see that happening. We've been playing these old games for a long time now. They know what the old games are.
Yeah.
We get it. I'm excited for the shakeups.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that because like it's a new Halo game. Obviously, everybody's excited for it. But I'm just really excited for something new and fresh and exciting within the scene. And I think these new players are going to finally have the opportunity for themselves. So, we'll see.
Okay. I know I touched on, bringing back competitiveness to Halo with just like rivalries and stuff. Another thing that could contribute is just what orgs come back. People like to root for Optic. I know it's not a...
What do you think? Who do you want to come?
Man, I don't know.
New, old, doesn't matter. Who do you want as organizations? If you could pick, is 8 too many to give you right off the top of your head?
Maybe, yeah.
Let's
I don't
do
really
4.
know.
Give me 4.
I don't really know. We need like big names, because people fall behind a brand name and not necessarily the team itself.
Sure.
So like 100 Thieves, people love
That'd be
100
huge.
Thieves.
That'd be huge.
If FaZe wants to get into Halo ever, I doubt it, but
That'd be huge too, though.
just team names like that, NRG, whatever, Envy, then right, coming back.
It'd be cool if Envy came back. I'd like that.
There's a lot out there, man. I'm just saying, like, big names. People would just watch Halo to root for those big names because it's part of that brand. And then that just sheds more light. You know, then there's more competitiveness because, like, people will just root for 100 Thieves for, like, no reason. It doesn't matter what player's on that team. People will root for FaZe because it's FaZe, you know? And
it's true.
It just brings that kind of
FaZe
intensity. Up. Yeah. Yeah. No. Maybe.
FaZe up.
Damn it. But anyway.
Exciting times on the horizon.
Potentially.
I really hope so, man. If we have a fucking downer situation, I swear to God.
If it's a bad game, man, if it's something that doesn't work, if it's Halo 4 for competitive again, you know.
That's why like, in terms of the game not even working, like, that's why I'm getting a Series X on launch. Because what if it just doesn't work on PC?
That's a good point.
Like, what if we just have a situation where it just doesn't fucking work?
Part of me always thinks, too, the competitive is going to be played on the box. So,
I think so, too.
Like, having a box would be your best.
They do like selling those boxes.
Would be your best competition. Best way to improve.
It's true. Question for you.
Yeah.
You think Halo Infinite competitive runs at 60 FPS or 120?
Oh. 60.
You think 60?
Yeah. Consistency.
I agree. I like that. I like consistency. And more often than not, more often than not, look at the statistics. More often than not, people own a 60 hertz TV or monitor than they do over that. Yeah. So,
but you know, depending on the TO, they're probably going to be able to provide a 144 hertz monitor. They probably already have them.
Right. It's very true.
So
it's very true. Dave says Halo 4.2.
Halo Infinite is just 4.2.
I wouldn't necessarily be against that because I do like playing.
Because it's fun to play.
It is. It's just fun to play. They can end right there. Yep. It's just fun to play.
Dave, shut up. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, let's bring back sprinting while getting your shields back. Let's bring that back.
No.
Yep, because that needs to be a thing. We need to keep Radar in competitive because Radar has no place out. Like, come on. Are you kidding me? People who don't want Radar in competitive.
To be honest,
just don't look at it.
I feel like I rarely look at my Radar when I'm playing.
Really?
Like Team Arena or whatever, because you should know where people are coming from or where they're going to be. Like, the Radar is not, it's helpful, but it's not, like, necessary.
No. And in Halo 5's Radar, it wasn't, I'll just say it wasn't absolutely game-breaking. Like, even in a competitive sense, it wasn't absolutely game-breaking. But the Radar coupled with the grenade hit markers and whatnot, like that, it ruined what the essence of competitive Halo was at that time.
Sure.
So there's that. And then Dave, obviously I was joking about all that stuff. Come on, let's be real here. He says we need Halo 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So Halo 9, 12, 15. We need Halo 15. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Perfect. Infinite. He said sprint can return, but not regen while sprint. Obviously. I think Radar is fine, but keep it off screen when you zoom in.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Hit marker's gone, I agree with. It's an arena shooter, not COD. Yeah, that's one of the biggest debates that we've had on the show too, is that we were dropping frames. Oh, we're still dropping frames. Well, let's keep going. We'll see what happens. But yeah, hit markers being gone. That was one of the topics that we had when we first started the show, like a long time ago. So I hope that they're gone. I won't lie. It is nice. Like playing a game and you chuck one, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I knew you were there.
Yeah.
I knew it. But it does take away a little bit of the strategizing, I guess you could say, with the game if you're going to push with a teammate or so on and so forth.
or you just get a hard push because someone got a marker. Right?
Exactly. All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's time for the reflection corner. No wind chimes yet. So I wanted to take a few minutes of the show, use the platform that we have here, and talk about a little bit further along the sexual harassment allegations in the games industry. So there's a Twitter thread that I pulled. This is from Rami Ismail on Twitter. He works in the games industry, and I think his thread was fantastic. I wanted to read through it with you guys, just bring a little bit more light to the situation here. So this is what the thread states. Hey, games industry. This pain you're seeking in our industry these last weeks, that's our responsibility. We have to fix it. We take up a lot of space. We hold power, and we are clearly structurally failing to use our power to make our spaces safe for folks. This is ours to solve. The fact that folks continue to be harmed, that their public bravery and self-sacrifice continues to be a necessity to hold their abusers accountable, and that many of their abusers continue to quietly hold positions of power is our structural failure. The fact that women continue to have to choose between fearing for their safety and fearing for their career is our structural failure. The fact that women feel unsafe speaking to men about the abuse they suffer from other men is our structural failure. The fact that non-white folks continue to have to choose between quietly accepting racism and ending their career is our structural failure. The fact that even spaces and movements meant to be inclusive are often dangerous to people of color is our structural failure. The fact that folks have to fight for their identity, that folks have to fight to not be represented mostly as ragdolls, that folks have to fight to have a ramp to their stages to speak, that folks continue to have to fight fights just to also get to make games in peace. The fact that victims faced with discrimination or harassment or abuse generally have to report that to someone that has more in common with their abusers than themselves is a structural failure. The fact that their reports often lead to no repercussions is a structural failure. It's easy to think structural failure means we have no power to change it, that it's bigger than us, beyond our control. But the reality is that we are the structure. If these issues continue to exist, it means too many of us did not dare or care to act to change it. Black Lives Matter and One Reason Why and Me Too aren't meant to be recurring events, and the pain and desperation that leads to these waves of outings is proof that many folks feel unsafe to speak up about real abuse they have suffered, unless it is amidst a wave of others speaking too. These last few days and weeks have been disappointing, but they aren't shocking. If they feel shocking, just note that it isn't to shock other victims in the replies. If we can't see it, we either aren't looking or we aren't trusted. That's an us problem, and we should fix it. If you're white, create space, safety, and opportunity for people of color. If you're a cis man, create space, safety, and opportunity for those who aren't. If you're able-bodied, make space, safety, and opportunity for folks with disabilities. Whatever privilege you hold, please use it. Discrimination at any scale must be dealt with no hesitation. Harassment needs to have real consequences. Abuse needs to have industry-wide repercussions. Each of us takes up space in this industry, and we all need to make ourselves, our spaces, and our communities safe. We need to be without hesitation about this. We can't be swayed by something being a force for good, or something being a friend, or by it helping, or by it having helped us in our careers. With whatever power we hold, we have to act against these dangers, even if it is uncomfortable. This cannot continue. It is not acceptable. There should not be more souls that enter this industry with hope and dreams of making games, only to have those forcibly replaced with a distant dream of future folks like them being heard, seen, acknowledged, promoted, and believed. I know this isn't a super actionable statement and wish I could do better right now, but my brain is exhausted. And I wanted to at least use my platform to voice support for all these victims and voice concern for the many issues that have been discussed lately. As such, I'm also turning off replies for this because after weeks of fighting racism Islamophobia, sexism, and abuse. I genuinely do not have the mental energy for moderating another dozens or hundreds of Twitter arguments in my mentions. I'm incredibly sorry about that. If you have any concerns or want to talk about anything, I see QRTs and my DMs are open. And although I am already struggling to keep up with all the messages over the past few days and weeks, I will try to answer them as well as I can whenever I find the mental bandwidth. So the only thing I'm going to say in regards to this is that this shit's real, this shit's a problem, and we need to do something about this shit. So I've said it before, and I'll say it a million times over. DMs are always open on this side as well. We may be two white guys, but we don't stand for any of this bullshit. So please, if you just need to talk, if you just need to vent, if you need a safe space, come on in. We'll gladly have you. That's all I got. That's it for the Reflection Corner. Will, let's talk about some regular news. There's a Halo charity stream taking place today. This is by Fernando Medina. This Sunday, June 28th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, join the Halo multiplayer team while we raise funds to help our friends over at We Are Gameheads. We'll have speed painting, forge and custom games, some giveaways, and plenty other Halo shenanigans. We hope to see you there. That is going to be at twitch.tv/Halo MP team. So if you're interested in checking out a Halo charity stream, donate to a good cause, check out that stream. Maybe you can win something as well. Okay. In what felt like forever, we actually got a little piece of Halo Infinite news. In a video released to Twitter and YouTube by the Halo account, the Banished are confirmed to be a returning foe in Halo Infinite. For those who don't know, the Banished were an enemy faction of brutes in Halo Wars 2. And their leader is Atriox, which was like the main bad guy in Halo Wars 2 as well. I have not finished the game. I'm currently working on it. But we finally got a little piece of info. So there's that. What do you want to fight in Infinite, Will? Do you want to see a new enemy type? Are you good with what we got? Do you want to see 7 more Warren Eternals?
No. But yeah, some change up will be nice. I just hate the whole like same mechanics, throw a skin on it thing. There's got to be something fresh to it.
So the only thing that we've seen from them is in Halo Wars 2. So we haven't seen them in a traditional Halo game yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the types of stuff that they could bring, but I know some of them like fire. I like fire.
Yeah.
So flamethrowers are making a return, confirmed.
We'll see.
Just kidding. Dave says, let's finish it this week. I still have Last of Us to play. And then Dave also says, Atriox is my favorite villain. Okay. I feel like the brute in Infinite will be scary like it was supposed to be in Halo 2, is what Dave says as well. Okay. The one thing I didn't like about the brutes in Halo 2 is that if you didn't have a gun that would deal like precision damage to the head, those fuckers took forever to kill. Forever. I can't fucking stand it. But that's just me. Hey, Will.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the Halo community update. Bye.
Unisec.
Thank you. Halo ODST Firefight. Or Halo 3 ODST Firefight. Prepare to drop. Halo 3 ODST Firefight will be coming to Halo Master Chief Collection on PC and Xbox One later this summer. Do you already own Halo 3 ODST for MCC? Well, the addition of Firefight will come at no extra charge. When it becomes available, your game should update to add it without any fuss. Do you not currently own Halo 3 ODST for MCC? This edition does not change the $5 cost of Halo 3 ODST across all platforms. If this announcement is exactly what you were waiting for, here's some helpful links where you can pre-order it for PC via the Microsoft Store or Steam that they include in the Google Doc in the show notes of the show. Halo 5 Guardians. We got the calendar for the remainder of June. Currently going on right now. Forerunner Slayer rotates in for core play, and Warzone Turbo goes live for the weekend. And then for July 2nd, evaluating the health of all ranked playlists. Shoddy Snipers rotates in for Forerunner Slayer, and Warzone Turbo goes through the 4th of July weekend. On July 9th, ODST Slayer rotates in for Shoddy Snipes. On the 16th, Rock and Rail rotates in for ODST Slayer. Get that XP if you have the boost. And Warzone Assault goes live for the weekend. And then July 23rd, CE Anniversary Throwback rotates in for Rock and Rail. And then on the 30th, Roaming King rotates in for CE Anniversary, and Warzone Turbo goes live for the weekend. Going back to Brutes for a second, Dave says that old Halo 2 trailer showed them throwing warthogs and ghosts around. Where was that in the full game? I mean, they mount that shit. I don't know about throwing... I mean, wasn't that scripted, though? I mean, I guess they could program it to where they just run up to something and they hit it. But it's like, if you're in it, then they're probably going to want to hijack you. Regardless. Next news story. The MCC playlist updates is by Postums. Nameplate additions. 2 new Pride Month nameplates have been added, which you can unlock by playing MCC between June 24th and July 24th. Gameplay updates fixed a body shot damage issue in SWAT for Halo 1, and added additional Shoddy Snipers game variants for Halo 2. Rotational playlist changes. Rotated in Fiesta for Social 4v4 and Social FFA, and rotated Race out. So if you liked Race, it ain't there no more. Supporting our community. Black Lives Matter. Just a reminder that the nameplates for Black History Month are still yours to earn if you log in between now and July 5th. For those of you playing Halo 5 Guardians, a reminder that all Rec Pack sales through July 19th will be donated to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. You can find more information about this particular offering on Halo Waypoint. And then for Pride, along with the nameplates that are now present in the newest build of MCC, we also have a collection of awesome emblems to share. Whether you're a new member of the community or an ally looking to bring greater awareness, there are a wide range of options for you to choose from. You can find them at the link they provide. They look really nice. The MCC development and flighting updates. We don't have a lot because the blog post is coming, but this is big. As for the MCC development blog, it is currently a behemoth of work in progress. For a boatload of juicy new information on MCC, you only need to wait a few more days. This blog will drop early next week. Here are just a few topics that we'll be covering. The Halo 3 flight, the ODST firefight, Halo Reach audio, MCC Season 2, skins for visors, weapons, and vehicles. Vehicle skins. We're turning into Warzone up in this bitch. Updated Halo 3 customization. Forge and file share. Main menu takeovers. And more. So stay tuned for that. I was hoping it was going to be out by the time this episode came, but that's that. Dave says mount and punching a warthog are different. I understand. All right. And the big news story, the regular news story, Microsoft is closing its retail stores. This is by Brendan Sinclair of GameIndustry.biz. Microsoft is giving up its retail footprint as the company today announced it will be closing its Microsoft Store brick-and-mortar locations. The company's website lists 82 such locations between the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and Puerto Rico. The closures will lead to Microsoft taking a pre-tax charge of roughly $450 million for the quarter ending June 30th, with that largely coming from asset write-offs and impairments. Microsoft said retail team members will instead work remotely to provide sales, training, and support for customers. While Microsoft stores are closing, the company is also going to reimagine spaces that serve all customers, with the opening of 4 Microsoft Experience Centers, one each in London, New York City, Sydney, and the company's Redmond, Washington campus. Quote, Our sales have grown online as our product portfolio has evolved to largely digital offerings, and our talented team has proven success serving customers beyond any physical location, end quote. Microsoft Corporate Vice President David Porter said. Quote, we are grateful to our Microsoft Store customers and are looking forward to continue serving them online and with our retail sales team at Microsoft Corporate locations, end quote. And an update. When asked about the layoffs, a Microsoft representative told GameIndustry.biz, quote, all employees will have the opportunity to stay with Microsoft, end quote. That's fantastic. So this prompted, well, what does that mean for Halo esports? Well, that means that the Microsoft Store events are done. So Moses put out a tweet that says, and like retweeted this with a caption and said, this really sucks and is a huge loss for our scene. The Microsoft Store Halo tournament program is one of the best things to ever happen to the esport. Thank you to all the local associates who worked hard to make these events happen. Adam AP replied, while this does suck to see, don't worry about grassroots opportunities for esports. ... Smiley face. Moses replies, honestly, there's not much to worry about with you and your team in the mix. We couldn't be in better hands. I'm big chillin' these days. There's that. Adam replies, for Halo specifically, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised if you knew how much the 343 team was in sync with community desires and how much work is happening behind the scenes. No bullshit. It's impressive and inspiring. Moses replies, good shit. A vouch from you is as good as it gets. If you're excited, I'm excited. Adam ends it with, trash us when we deserve it, but have faith that we're all busting our asses to make everything fantastic. We're a small part of a massive project, and it's an honor to be along for the ride. A small part of a massive project. I'm hopeful.
I need action. I need to see it. I know Adam having good words about it is a good sign.
Yeah.
But I need to see it.
That's fine. That's all I take from it is that it's a good sign. That's it for the regular news. God, another game. Watch nothing.
Nothing. It's gone.
It's
You know, I've been slacking again. We've been on tournament recaps for a while.
I mean, it's okay. You could also move now to Will's Adventures with the Layovers. What'd you play this week, Will?
Played some Destiny 2.
Yes.
Put a note that the Crucible is uncompetitive as shit because I hate going in there to get my pinnacle gear every week and facing up against kids who have these
Mountaintop.
Yeah, Mountaintop or freaking pulse rifles that two-shot you, and it's like, no, you're not better than me, kid. You just fucking play this game 24/7 and worked for all that good shit that I don't really have time for. So congrats. You can teabag me all you want. Played some Tarkov, ranking up. I think the SKS is my new favorite weapon to use. Yeah. Yeah. I like it because I can tap my shots, right? And I don't like.
So is it an automatic weapon?
No, it's a single shot weapon.
Okay. So you can, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yep. Or I can just fire it as fast as I can click. But I'm not sitting there trying to mag dump on someone and then having to reload. I can just tap and
got some precision shots.
Yeah, it feels nice. I've been doing okay with it, which I put a note on there. We took out a chunky PMC. Chunky. So, Joe and I were on the map Woods. We were crossing an area where there's like a valley between two hills and then a road.
Okay.
So I don't know what this guy was doing, but we crossed and I was running up the hill and I just turned around to clear it real quick to look for any movement. And this dude is just literally running at us. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we fired some shots back and forth.
Okay.
We got shredded up a little bit, Joe and I. I think we laid some shots into this guy as well.
Okay.
So while we're fighting, we retreat farther into this wooded area because we need to heal up. We're getting shot.
Yeah.
Well, there's freaking scavs everywhere, like the AI scavs. So we're shooting AI scavs, healing up when we can, all this stuff. Well, from where we were, there was a rock, like a big rock. Like we're talking like 70 feet tall rock.
A boulder.
It's huge. So the guy goes like around it, and he peers on the other side. Joe and I fire at him. Joe gets killed. I killed the other guy. But the guy that I killed, he had like a, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. It was like a, I don't know what the gun is, but it's huge. It's an
LMG?
Not an LMG. I mean, it had a 60 round mag in it. He had a couple 60 rounders on him, a 30 round for backup. And then he had a DVL sniper. And he had really good armor, TV10 rig, and a exfil helmet. So
Jordan asks if he can teabag you.
I mean, sure. If you can destroy me in Destiny, go for it.
Dave asks SA-68.
SA-68. Maybe it's a tan weapon. It's got like a weird freaking stock on it. If you pick it up without a sight, it's just flat on the top. There's no iron sights for it. So.
I'm sorry,
Oh, are we talking in-game? Damn.
When you explained that gun, you know what the first gun that popped in my head was, and I know it's not it.
What?
The Scar.
Oh, yeah, no. Because Scars have iron sights.
Do they?
Yeah.
I just remember like it being a tan gun with the places to put a scope on it if you wanted to, but...
Yeah, no,
that's
it's not.
the
Scar has like they call it the booty hole iron sight because it's got like the circle and then the line at the end.
Dave says SA-68 or the HK is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it was a pretty good gun. It was going. I kept it, but it was going for like $80K on the flea market. So
the flea market.
Yeah.
$80K for the flea market.
I mean, it's not a. It's.
I'll pull up to my garage sale. Got this gun for $80,000.
Rubles.
Oh, rubles. My bad.
We in Russia.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
That's right. But yeah.
I'm not even going to. I was about to do a failed attempt at a Russian accent. I'm glad I stopped myself because that would have been a fucking disaster.
Probably a good call.
Yeah.
Played some Halo 5. I'll let you, an MCC for the community play date. I'll let you talk about that when we get there.
Sure.
But.
You solo queued.
Yeah, I played on Friday.
Okay.
And I was doing really well. I don't know, like.
Is that why you called this Friday Fry?
Yeah, Friday, because I was freaking going ham.
He was frying.
I was. It's just like, it was one of those days where like everything was just on point. I mean, I was like doing freaking slide jumps and shooting people as I was flying through the air.
You were shotsy.
It felt good. I tried.
You're that Splice roster.
Yeah. But no, I did some of the solo queue stuff. I did, I think just quick play for a little bit. It felt good. I was doing well. It was fun. Yeah.
That's good.
And then Animal Crossing bought turnips today, and we did a whole shebang thing yesterday.
Played a lot yesterday.
So, what'd you play, Josh?
I played some more The Last of Us Part 2. I'm a little over 12 hours in, according to my game time. And I am checking every nook and cranny, which makes me believe I probably have another 15 to 20 hours to go. According to how long it's taken people to beat that game, because it's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. And a couple more parts where really tugs at the heartstrings. It's a kind of expected, but they hit you hard. And yeah, my thoughts run true where it's easily the best looking game I've ever played. There's still locations in that game that are like, holy fucking shit. Talked a little bit about gameplay last week too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good. After playing it for longer, I think that like you get more weapons the more you play, like if you find them and whatnot, right? And there are weapons that I straight up haven't used because I'm trying to do things stealthily. But no, I think it's cool that that game allows you to play however you want, because with the introduction of prone, with the introduction of jumping and whatnot, there's increased verticality and there's also increased movement on the actual ground itself for more stealth. So you can either go in guns blazing if you want. The resources are available for you to do that depending upon the difficulty you play on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to go fully stealth, you can do that too. So I think that's great. Played some Destiny 2. Currently, I think I'm at 1032 power level. It's funny because like the powerful gear and the pinnacle gear that I basically skip is the Crucible and Gambit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more of a PvE player anyway. But I do like how it's just 4 matches.
Yeah, it's not a ton.
Or Gambit, I think it's 3.
Yep.
So it's really not that bad.
You can do Gambit Prime, which is only 1 round of what Gambit used to be.
Oh, that's even better.
So, yeah. It still sucks. But.
Maybe I'll take... I agree. Maybe I'll take a peek. Halo 5 and MCC did the community playdate. That was fun, per usual.
Flipped a couple elephants.
We did. Toot, toot.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny too because we did we're doing some BTB when we switched to MCC and we got Sand Trap and one of Justin goalie sniper, one of Justin's favorite things to do is that he'll want to flip the elephant. And so a lot of the other team left. So it's 2 people on the other team and then it was all of us. And so we grabbed both elephants and decided to have some fun with that. And then I think I saw it where the one got on the top of the other one, flipped it, and then the one went up in the air.
Yeah, something. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was my fault because
no, not your fault. It was amazing.
So, I had one of those like ramp things, right? The thing that shoots things in the air, like a lift, I guess it would be. Yeah, you can like the portable lifts, right?
Yeah.
So there, I didn't know. I thought I had something else, like a bubble shield. I didn't know what it was. There's an enemy coming at me. I throw it down, and there was a warthog trapped underneath one of the elephants, and then the other elephant was on top of it. Well, it shot the freaking warthog at the enemy player, and I think that's when the elephants went up because I threw the thing down on the ground. It was hilarious.
It could have been.
It was funny.
That's awesome. Elephants are fucking fun. That's the one redeeming quality of that shit map. And I like Halo 3. I just don't like Sand Trap very much.
That map's not good.
No, I played it way too often. But no, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. What did we play in Halo 5? Do you remember?
The quick play arena, the core play, which is gone now, by the way.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
And that was cool that we were able to go in as a 4-stack.
Yeah.
That was nice. Animal Crossing New Horizon. We played a lot last night. And then we also played, well, I played Smash Bros. For a little while, just doing the single player stuff. And then we played Super Mario Party.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put that in there, but yes, we did.
The game's absolute bullshit.
It is.
Yep. Game's just absolute bullshit. Minigames are pretty fun, though.
The minigames are fun, but the whole, like, getting random stars for things, like, I was thinking about that, too, because you got a star for longest traveled, like, most spaces traveled, right? You rolled 2 zeros to start the game. How did you get that? You know?
So let's preface this. Let's tell the story, shall we? So I played as Yoshi. Depending on the character that you play, you have your normal dice block, and then you also have your character's dice block.
Yeah.
And both of them, so the normal dice block is 1 through 6. The character's dice block can vary. So for my dice block, it's a 0, a 1.
I think it was like a 0, 1, 1, then like what, 5, 5, or 5, 6, 7, or 5, 7.
No, I had a lot of 3s in mine.
Oh, you did. You had, oh, okay.
Either way, it doesn't matter because I literally got 2 zeros to start the game off. So I didn't move at all for 2 turns. And it was a 10-turn game.
Yeah.
It was a 10-turn game. I had 2 golden mushrooms, though.
That might have been it.
Yeah.
It's 5 spaces each.
Yeah, and we had allies, so I got that extra 1 to 2.
1 to 2.
Yeah. But either way, I got that bonus star.
The bonus stars are so dumb because it's not like, I'm just gonna go I'm just gonna fucking walk around the board the next time we play. Like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do these loops. You know what I mean?
Hey, you can get zeros and still win. So
yeah,
it's what's funny to me is that near the end of the game, it was turn 8, the Lakitu came in. And like Toad was talking to the Lakitu, and he's like, "Who do you think is gonna win the game?" And the Lakitu's like, "I have a feeling that Yoshi's gonna take this." And I'm like, "I don't have any stars."
Yep.
You guys, all of you either had 1 or you had 2, and everybody else had 1. And they're like, and I had 0 stars. And I have a good feeling that Yoshi's gonna win this game. I'm like, well, fucking shit, Yoshi's gonna win this game. And then I won the game. So yeah, and then we did the river rafting.
That was actually decent.
It was fun. It was fun.
Some of the mini games though in Mario Party though, I said though twice.
It's okay.
Like the one with the Russian dolls.
Yeah.
Like
that was bullshit.
We all knew where the piece was.
Yep. And then Dom went first.
Dom got to click it first, and then we couldn't pick it. That was really stupid.
And every other game that we played where you pick something, everybody was able to pick the same thing if they picked it.
Yep.
So this is the only one so far that you weren't able to do that. It's like what the fuck? Yep. The other thing that I don't like about this game is that you have to use the Joy-Con.
No controller or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the Joy-Cons are not amazing, to say the least. So there's that, but it is
the pole climbing one was so freaking weird.
Yeah. But that's all I played. That was it. It was a fun time.
All right.
I was telling so we had a failed bonfire last night. My fault, because I didn't have twigs.
Yeah, if you guys see me reaching down a lot, it's because I'm itching my freaking ankles.
Oh, because of the bug bites?
Yeah,
it was
bad. Crazy out there.
Jordan says he loved Joy-Cons. Well, you can like what you like. Just know you're wrong, Jordan.
Not true.
Not true. I love you, Jordan. Joy-Cons are not the greatest thing in the world, though.
Wiimote or Joy-Con? Because the Wiimote doesn't have a joystick. Oh yeah, it does.
You have the nunchuck attachment.
But then you got an attachment, and it's like,
you know what? I'd still rather have the Wiimote and the nunchuck.
Really?
No stick drift.
I mean, sure. I mean, take that out of it though. Like just the.
I still like the nunchuck because it was bigger.
Yeah,
and the buttons were more like.
Yeah, you weren't like.
Yeah, exactly. I personally would take the Wiimote and the nunchuck. Jordan says the Wiimotes were fucking awful.
That's what I thought too.
God, I hated those controllers. Jordan says they're great for going to the gym and playing Tetris while biking. I mean, I don't doubt that. The Joy-Cons have their use. I just don't like how small they are. That's all. That's why I bought the separate attachment.
Yeah, the freaking giant controller.
Yeah, to make it easier to play in handheld mode. It's just because the Joy-Cons are a little bit too small for me. That's all. There was also nothing good about the Wii except that it could play GameCube games. LOL. Poor Wii, man. Wii Sports.
We got what? The Wii gave us Just Dance.
Yes.
I enjoyed Just Dance a little bit.
The Wii also gave us The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Arguably, actually, might not even be arguably, the worst Zelda game.
Never played it.
It's not that great. The Wii gave us Super Mario Galaxy. That was a pretty fucking great game. That's actually one of the best. Twilight Princess was also a GameCube game, Dave. That's why I didn't include it. But no, Super Mario Galaxy was some of the best shit ever. Poor Wii, man. Poor Wii U.
I never touched the Wii U.
Shot says Pokemon Battle Revolution. Dave says Path of Radiance. The Wii had some good video games. The Wii U had some good video games. You know what? Nintendo, if you're listening to this show about Halo Esports, which I know you are, hey, Bowser, Doug Bowser, fucking Mario character ass motherfucker, listen here. You have a device. It is called the Wii U. There is a virtual console on the Wii U. This virtual console contains games for a portable Nintendo console called the Game Boy Advance. Now you see here, Doug, you have another portable console. It's out right now. It's called the Switch. And you also have... Will, can you give me that again? Thanks, Will. You also have a Switch Lite. What are you going to give me for that one, Will?
I don't know. You can't click
exactly.
the Joy-Cons in, so they fucked up there.
You see here, Doug. You know what would work great on a portable Nintendo console, such as the Nintendo Switch? A virtual console for other portable Nintendo consoles, like the Game Boy Advance. Doug, let me tell you about something here. Let me tell you about a couple of my favorite games of all time. They're called Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age. They are Game Boy Advance role-playing games exclusive to that platform. Doug, do you know why I still have a fucking Wii U hooked up to my TV in my living room? Doug, do you know? Let me tell you, Doug, the reason why I have a Wii U hooked up to my fucking TV in my living room is because that has a Game Boy Advance virtual console. That has Golden Sun. That has Golden Sun: The Lost Age on it. But Doug, do you know what doesn't have those games on it? Doug, it's the console that sits right across from the camera. Doug, it's called the Nintendo Switch. I know I've said your name a lot, Doug. He's not gonna listen. But make it happen, Doug. I swear to fucking God. Make it happen. Please. I really, really want it on the Switch.
I can tell.
I think
everybody could tell.
None of them have Golden Sun Dark Age. You're right. None of them do. But you know a console that could? The Nintendo Switch. And then Jordan says, I just want a portable Mario RPG. Well, you know what, Jordan? You see here, there's this console called the Nintendo Switch.
Do we need to go down this path again?
I'm just going to quickly say this. It has already on the system, if you have Nintendo Switch Online, it has SNES classic games on it. You could literally take Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the fucking, I think it's 7 Stars or something. I forgot what it's fucking called. But you could take that video game and you could put it right in there. Boom! Portable Mario RPG on the Switch. That's all they got to do. I don't understand why they don't fucking like money. Do they realize? I'm not kidding when I say this because multiple people have already said it too. I'll get off my tangent in a second. Do they not realize? They have to realize that if they literally brought the virtual console back, that's all they have to do. They don't have to rope it in with an online subscription. They don't. If they literally brought the virtual console over, same games. They can be the same games that already exist on every other virtual console. Just bring them all over. You know how much money they'd make? They would make an ungodly amount of money. It's all theirs. I'm not kidding when I say this. I'd buy probably every game that I already had on other consoles just to have it on the fucking Switch. Holy hell. That's all I want. God damn it. Oh, Nintendo, you're so out of touch. It's ridiculous. That's all I want. All right. I'm off my tangent. I'm off my high horse. I'm sorry. That went on for too long. Well, it's time for some shout-outs. We made it. It's okay.
We're here.
Happy belated birthday to Walshy. David Walsh. How much money do you think it would take for him to come out of retirement?
He's doing other things.
Mr. Red Bull Gaming himself.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam. Throw a few $100,000 his way. Let's have a Halo 2 Classic tournament. Shout out to everyone who joined the community playdate. Thank you very much. And then shout out to all the new follows and subs as well. So, Shot, thank you very much for the follow. And also, Shot, thank you very much for purchasing a t-shirt. I can't speak today. But thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Hope you enjoy it. And yeah. Dave says, porting Mario games to PC projected triple profitability. I'd buy them. Fuck it. There's the rumor about... that's it for the shoutouts. So, there's a rumor that... There's a rumor that Nintendo are going to be doing something for the anniversary of Mario and bringing a bunch of... Mario titles to the Switch that haven't previously existed there. Like Jordan says, including a Mario Sunshine remaster. So, like, if they brought the Galaxy games over, they bring Sunshine over. Maybe the RPG, maybe the Paper Mario games. Excuse me. And potentially culminating in an announcement of a brand new Mario title, whether it be a 3D, whether it be a 2D. There's that. So I'm looking forward to hopefully something that fucking comes, because I would love, I know I talked about how I love all the virtual console there, but like, I think it'd be fantastic to have the Galaxy games on there. You have the motion controls. You have the motion controls in the Joy-Cons, so that would translate well, I think. Yeah, I just think it'd be really cool. Community creations. Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. There's an attrition map contest. This is by Forge Hub. Attrition Forge contest announced today with over $1,000 in prizing. A new trench warfare style mode created by Hitbox Unknown. You can check out the link in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. ! Show notes in chat for more information on that. What is up, Brian Rage More Nerd? Holy shit. The FFA legend himself of Halo Outpost Discovery, winning Astros left and right. The man, the myth, the legend, Rage More Nerd. Recently updated his name to Rage More Nerd TTV. That stands for Titties V.
I got it. You know, that is a running joke.
Is it?
We have in Tarkov, because there's a pistol called the TT.
God damn it.
When we run in, we're like, hey.
Got titties?
Nice titties.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Rage says bullseye. Fuck yeah. Jordan says, I could not get into Galaxy's gameplay. It's okay. It's not for everybody. What's funny is that I actually couldn't really get into Sunshine's gameplay. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was about it. I just couldn't really get into Sunshine's gameplay. But I'd be more than willing to play it again. Fresh set of eyes, if they do a remaster of it if and when it comes out. Next, we have this stormy Halo 3 100% hardcore montage edited by Sunshine. And then we have clips of the week number 60 by High Tech Redneck. That'll go live tomorrow, more than likely. So we'll include that in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show once that video goes live. That's all I got, Will. That's it. That's all I got.
Speaking of clips of the week.
Oh, clips of the week. Uh-oh.
I was almost really excited over a triple kill I was about to get while playing the solo queue playlist.
About to get?
Yeah, you know, for some reason, when I'm sitting there fragging out, my teammates seem to think they need to throw like all the fucking nades. And it was a flag game on Coliseum. I was on Blue Bridge. I had positioning on all of them. You know, I was about to just finish off the triple kill, and I had like 4 team nades land at my feet, and I died, and I was very sad. Because I don't get triple kills often, let's be honest here.
It's okay.
It's not a reoccurring thing for me. So I was a little sad.
I'm sorry to hear that, Will.
Yeah. Disheartening a little bit.
Oh, no. Holy shit. Guys.
What? What do you got?
Oh,
new breaking news.
The Halo multiplayer team charity stream schedule has been posted. I just want to quickly run through it because it's happening today. Also, another thing, the grand finals of the Europa Halo free-for-all frenzy right now. So keep this stream up too, okay, motherfuckers? Don't be leaving here. But you can have, there's things called tabs in web browsers. Open another one up. Go to twitch.tv/Europa Halo and watch you some FFA Frenzy Grand Finals. While also, watching this show. All right. The schedule for the charity stream. Intro statements for the multiplayer team and game heads. Then they have a journey of a Halo 4 campaign mission with Tom French. Halo 4. We have a Forge session with Ascend Hyperion and 343. Speed painting with Darren Bacon. A premiere match, Team Clutch versus Team Hines. That could, there's a little something there. Multiplayer team versus the community. Multiplayer team FFA event. A speedrun competition. And then the stream closing statements. So make sure to check that out today as well. It sounds very, very exciting. So yeah, that's what I got for the breaking news, Will.
All right.
And Will, that's all I got for you, for the folks before or after show. Therefore, Will, please grace us with your beautiful voice and plug the show.
All right. You can find us on your favorite podcast services as usual. Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you may feel like finding us.
I guess.
You can join the community Discord. ! Discord and chat if you want to check that out. We have our Xbox Club and Spartan Company. We'll see what happens. There's the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And then we also have our eSportspedia page. We have our own website, hcsprotalk.com, and then our merch site where you can buy some HCS Pro Talk t-shirts, sweatshirts, a mug. I think that's about it.
There's a lot of different t-shirts.
A lot of different t-shirts. But they're there.
They are there.
For your pleasure. That's all I got.
Thank you, Will. And ladies and gentlemen, there is but one more thing that I must say. That is going to do it for episode 133 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening to the show and watching the show. We'll be back next week to talk about some more competitive Halo. And stay tuned. If you're watching live for the after show, we have some jokes and puns. But that's going to do it for us. We'll catch you next week. But until then, bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Should we do this?
We shall. We shall do this.
All right.
Take it away.
Again, for those who may be new to this after show, we do jokes and puns because Goalie Sniper, one of our community members, sent us these because he knows how much Josh hates them.
I do really fucking hate them.
Pun and joke calendars that we run through the previous week for because Justin wanted this to be inflicted upon Josh for some reason. So here we go. For Tuesday, June 23rd, because we recorded it a little bit later last week.
Yes.
Confucius say, man who runs behind car will get exhausted, but man who runs in front of car will get tired.
I thought it was clever.
Yeah, that one was good. I laughed at that one.
Yeah, I thought it was clever. I still hate it, but I thought it was clever. It's like, it. Oh. Dude. It's like Kratos. I don't really like him, but I respect him.
Sure. You went there.
I have nothing against the man. That was just, yeah. Okay, for Tuesday, June 23rd, the joke of the day. You know, Florida is a really easy place to move to because it has a lot of keys.
Okay. For the Wednesday, the 24th, I got a job in a health club, but they said I wasn't fit for the job.
So when I told my work that one, they were wondering, well, then how the fuck did that person get the job in the first place? Right? I mean, I was like, quit fucking looking into it. Let me read this shit and move on with my life. The joke of the day. How do you tune a fish?
How do you tune a fish? I don't know.
Chat, do you know? How do you tune a fish?
These are painful.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yep, I fucking hate them.
Thanks, Justin.
Oh, wait. No. Justin, I feel sorry that you had to pay shipping on this. That's... God damn it. All right, so how do you tune a fish? With its scales.
For Thursday, June 25th, my sister was crying, so I asked her if she was having a crisis.
For Thursday, the shovel, it was a groundbreaking invention.
That's it?
Oh, that's it.
For Friday, the 26th, I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is about to happen. I can feel it.
I thought that was clever, too.
That one's decent.
Yeah. Again, don't like it, but I respect it.
We got to keep the weekend one for your work peeps, right?
Yes, that is correct.
All right.
So, for Friday, June 26th, how do bartenders surf the web?
I don't even want to think about it.
Why? How bad could it possibly be?
Anybody got any clues? Can you just let us know so we can move on?
You're turning into me. So how do bartenders surf the web? On the ginternet.
Okay. Are you ready for the weekend joke?
Oh, I'm fucking
Or
ready.
the pun? Fishermen are real men.
I fucking hate that. That was dumb as shit.
I'm going to replace that. Josh.
Oh, no.
When does a dad joke become a dad joke?
I've heard this before.
Oh, you have?
I think so. I think this might have been in last year's fucking calendar, to be honest with you.
Okay.
When does a dad joke become a dad joke? Go for it. What is it?
When it becomes apparent.
That was, yeah. Okay.
You're going to tear those up too.
Thank you. So I try to be cheesy when I make jokes, but everyone I know is lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
Lactose
All right.
intolerant. Holy shit. You know what the worst part is about this? That joke in particular? So it is an ongoing thing. I'm not kidding when I say this. We had a cow joke a little while ago.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks ago. And like the punchline was, how dare he? Like how dare he, but it's how dare he. Every single time, it doesn't even matter if the joke is dairy related. Somebody in my group will try to make a joke and end it with the punchline of how dare he. Guess what's going to fucking happen when I read that one?
Oh, we're going to get a how dare he on Monday. At least you're prepared for it.
I hate it. And I hate that I know it's coming.
So I know, do you do like a video conference? You should just turn your camera off and walk away.
No, we do a Zoom meeting every morning.
Oh gosh.
7:45 a.m.
It's stuck with you now.
See you later, Dave.
See you, Dave. Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good rest of your day. Bruh.
Bruh.
All right. This is the part of the show where if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know in the chat before we head out for the rest of the day. We got some food to eat. I got a lawn to mow. Not looking forward to it. Holy shit, almost lost them all. Ooh. Almost just lost my tear-up fodder. This just turned into an ASMR stream. Check this out.
You're going to do it again? I'm going
to... Ooh. Let's go one more time. That was like the...
What is this? No, I'm so tired that I don't even care at this point.
It's the after show. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's like, whose line is it anyway? Points don't matter. I missed that show, man.
It was a good show.
It was a great show. Are you muted?
I am still fucking muted. Hey, I'm muted. I've been talking to Josh here for a hot minute. It's all good.
Speaking of hot, the temperature outside.
It's pretty warm.
Wow.
We should get going.
We should. That was a great conversation piece right there. It's currently 86. Oh my God. It feels like 90. And I have to mow my lawn. Ooh.
You'll be fine.
No, I won't. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to sweat my balls off.
Get yourself some, what is this? Watermelon citrus drink.
Some sparkling water.
Sparkling water. Cool off. Gin and tonics are also really good for a nice... I'm
not a gin guy.
Nah, it tastes like a pine tree at first, but after the first one, it really doesn't matter.
What the fuck?
The first one might taste weird, but you don't really notice.
That's fine.
All right. Anything else before we go?
No.
Josh seems to be scouring the internet.
Just looking at a tweet.
All right.
That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. Thank you for... Thank you.
Ginternet?
What about Ginternet? Fuck off, shot. Kill me. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the after show, which means that's going to do it for the live show. Again, thank you very much for taking the time to tune in. Shot, welcome. It was great to have you as well. Everybody else, hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. And we hope you have a great week as well. We'll see you next week to talk about some more stuff. But, you know, I said it before and I'll say it again. Until then, bye-bye.